Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10. Man, sit your ass down.
Yes, and we back. We got to just talk about a few people.
Just do it.
Your side of the fence, my side of the fence. But we all can agree on one thing.
He had to take two things.
They need to sit their ass down.
Sit them down.
All right, look. We're going this be about 2 weeks because we was off. We was trying to do nice stuff
Right.
for our man, Dr. Woods.
Oh, yeah.
The man code. You can get it on Kindle.
Yeah.
Because it's, it's fucked up. By the time they hear this, he probably tell Amazon to give him a few more books. But
Yeah, he sold out. Didn't
as of right now,
he?
He sold out of the book.
oh, he sold out.
That's what Sam told
The
me.
man code. I've been reading the man code. My wife loves every second of it.
Do I?
Every second of it. But we ain't talking about them. We talking about people who need to sit their ass down. The first person I thought of in the 2 weeks we, didn't do this was Congressman Andrew Clyde.
Oh, I thought you were going to say somebody else.
No, see, this is your side of the fence. See,
Okay.
Congressman Andrew Clyde said something very near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. That don't make it right. The quote was simple. The insurrection was a peaceful protest of patriots. Georgia Republican Congress
A peaceful protest of,
Andrew Clyde said this, quote, as one of the members who stayed in the Capitol and on the House floor, who with other Republican colleagues helped barricade the door almost 3 p.m. from the mob who tried to enter, I can tell you the House floor was never breached and it was not an insurrection. This is the truth, end quote. So, he doubled down on that statement. Andrew Clyde said this. Let me be clear, quote, let me be clear. This was no insurrection, and to call it one is a mistake in my opinion. It's quite honestly a bold-faced lie. Watching TV footage of those who entered the Capitol and walked through Stationery Hall, people in a orderly fashion, staying between the lines in the ropes, taking videos and pictures. If I didn't know it was TV footage was a video from January the 6th, you would actually think it was a normal tourist visit, end quote.
that is ridiculous. My wife, we both, well,
That
I assume
motherfucker's
y'all
lying.
have too. DC can be crowded because it is a
Very crowded.
tourist area.
It ain't that
But I
crowded.
was not in fear for my life.
Right. It ain't that crowded.
We didn't have to
Y'all
run
go
to the
ghetto.
ground.
When I went to see
So
you,
where?
Y'all didn't go to the ghetto of DC.
No, we're talking about the Capitol.
we're talking about the Capitol.
Capital outside of the
He said
Oh, no,
on the
we-
6th
we
it
went-
wasn't an
we
insurrection.
went from
That was a
the
normal
suburbs
visit.
of Maryland to DC, then back to the suburbs of Maryland.
It's smart. That's how you do it.
Remember that one time? I think it was anniversary. We was in DC. That part we drove to the hood to get to that hotel that we ended up taking the subway on. Driving to get to this hotel.
It wasn't a fucking insurrection.
No, I wasn't in fear for my life. It just, I'm like,
No, my man said, hey, what you're seeing on the 6th,
Because we got on the subway for the first time.
That was
Time. It
That's
was
a-
so funny.
he said this is just a normal tourist visit.
That was
Bullshit.
Listen,
That motherfucker's
he
lying.
must take that virtual shit seriously.
I don't know what you saw.
That's not normal tourism. It can be crowded, but it ain't no normal tourism.
Crowded is one thing. That shit was an insurrection. That was like the textbook version
Yes.
of an insurrection. People are fed up with the law. Thus, they stormed the Capitol. That is what it says.
It's an insurrection.
Yeah. So, Andrew Clyde, please sit your ass down. Now, I'm sorry to do this to you. I ask this question at least once a week.
Yeah, we got with the Florida. We got.
Now, I don't want to ask this question because I'm not picking on him.
Okay.
But I turn to you, BK.
What's up?
Ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Is Florida in the house?
Nigga, yes.
Is Florida in the house? Because this next sit your ass down. Go to Miss, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Miss Audrey Franchuquini. I know I messed that up. But this Florida woman posed as a student to promote her Instagram page.
What's she OnlyFans person?
Oh, we'll get into it.
Oh, so there we go.
Audrey snuck on campus at a Miami area senior high school and handed out pamphlets printed on her Instagram account and all of her social media activity. Now, she started handing out these pamphlets around 8:30 a.m. on the campus of the school. We don't know this woman. We ain't never seen this woman. Creepy vibes is all around, right? She started handing out pamphlets. Monday, that's what the police said. She had a black backpack and carried a skateboard as she walked through the hallways. She's trying to look young. School security tracked her down as she was wandering the halls while the other students were in class. Then she showed her true age and said, "Oh, I'm just going to the principal's office. I got to do yada yada display, right?" So she walked past the principal's office. Security is still tracking her. She's still trying to give out her IG account to these students. Security officers tried to catch up with her again, but she didn't stop walking. They notified the office and the security threat on campus because we got this grown woman walking around the school and we ain't get... The officers spotted her walking across the faculty parking lot and told her to stop. And she continued walking. They didn't stop her. Now, authorities tracked her down. Wanna know how? They took one of the pamphlets with her Instagram account and beat her to her house. Showed up to her house. She was arrested immediately, and she's facing charges on burglary, interfering with school functions, and resisting arrest because she didn't stop. Audrey, I want you to take this one.
Is she a black woman?
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
Come on now.
Got to ask. Niggas
You know what? Let me put it like this. Let me put that. No.
Let's put it like that. You know.
Let me put it like this. I've been black for a while. I've been hanging around black women for a while. If you really want that IG to pop, you gotta show a naked picture. Sorry, we're not going to a high school. Hey kids,
Chilling.
I'm one of y'all. I don't know what she is. She ain't black. I saw that picture. If you look at that picture, she's something, but she ain't black. It was one of those things where you hear the news and you just kind of like, yes.
Maybe 37.
A lot of people stunt for the gram.
He's sent some chicken.
Audrey, you don't have to stunt for the gram.
Why?
Audrey,
I'm trying to get out that one.
please sit your ass down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was something that this should have been Florida, but it wasn't. The next sit your ass down goes to Josh Swain of Arizona. This is such a Florida story not happening in Florida, but it's Arizona. Josh Swain gets this sit your ass down because Josh Swain is hosting the second annual Josh Fight. Let me tell you the inception of this bullshit.
Tell me all about
It's called Josh Fight. Josh Fight is this. It started when Josh Swain went to register for social media.
Mm-hmm.
Some social media is the devil. I'm starting to see a trend here in the last two stories. So he goes to register in social media, but he found out Josh Swain was already taken. So he found out he was like the 22nd Josh Swain. So, you know, they give you a number, Josh Swain 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So he was pissed that it was already taken because it was so bizarre because he's never ever met another Josh Swain. So last year, Josh Swain, a 22-year-old civil engineering student out of the University of Arizona, had a deep sense of curiosity. He said, I want to know all the Josh Swains in the U.S. and we could come to my house in my park and we fight and we settle this shit. So who could get the Instagram account, Instagram, Facebook, social media, whatever social media, who's the real Josh Swain? So he wanted to fight these guys. That was last year. And last year, 9 other Josh Swains showed up.
You said this should have been Florida shit.
This should have been. So now, the fight got so big, and if you were wondering, they have a roped off part in Lincoln, Nebraska. But here's the rules of the second annual Josh fight. See, Josh Swain wasn't too bad. Now he wants to know the most powerful Josh. The same motherfucker. I guess he won last year. They never gave the results. So now, if your name is Josh, he wants to know the most powerful Josh. But here's the thing, so you don't immediately get your ass whooped. The only weapon you can bring is a pool noodle. And whatever else your body dictates.
I'm scared.
Now he's 23. Josh Wayne came up with this
That
fight.
sounds like some young, stupid nigga shit.
During COVID, he came up with this. All you got to do, you got a ticket, you want to go to Lincoln, Nebraska, and you want to fight who's the most powerful Josh that's happening this year. So I'm looking at you in the Josh fight. When I sit down and talk Joshes. So the Josh fight. Now, off the top of my head, I don't know Josh Wayne from a hole in the wall. All I see is this picture on social media. But here's what I imagine. What if all the Joshes accepted up top of the dome from the NFL alone? You got Josh Gordon.
Right there.
My man has smoked so much weed he can't feel pain. He's just here. Josh Allen, corn-fed motherfucker out of Iowa, playing for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen can whoop that ass. Josh Rosen, you know, you could probably get Josh Rosen. Now I think about it. Josh Rosen, he lanky. He like big and lanky. You could probably get Josh Rosen. But what if you? It's the playoffs. We was talking about basketball or Josh Smith for the NBA. You want to have that? You want to have that conversation with Josh Smith? Josh Jackson from Atlanta. You want to have that conversation with him? Who's the best Josh?
Still a little hot.
MMA legend, Josh Barnett. His name, Josh.
How old is this nigga again? 20.
He's 23 now.
Young man.
Yeah, Josh Barnett.
He's a young person being
Mixed martial arts legend.
young person being stupid.
20-something.
Hold on. When we was in the backyard, we was watching on the projector. Remember Josh Thomas?
I remember that.
The young dude trying to make his way. What's the best way to do it? Beating a motherfucker ass in Lincoln, Nebraska in a park with a pool noodle.
Ooh.
Josh Salmon.
I think I like you a little bit more now.
Mm-hmm.
Why you got your pager up there for?
Hold on. Josh Brindle. I don't know if you remember that. The Yeti from WWE.
You remember that?
Yeah. His name Josh. He qualified. He get a pool noodle.
You can eat up all my food now. Here.
Josh Matthews. WWE as well. TNA.
You trying to get this young man's ass beat because he went about the
Yes, I am. I'm just naming every Josh I can think of. Now, if you want to play this game, I can get his ass beat right now. Big Josh, who teamed with Ron Simmons in
I call you big.
1991.
time ago.
And he broke up the tag team.
Simmons was in his prime.
Yes, he did. He broke up the tag team.
Damn, what's that considered?
He was right out of Doom.
That's unfair to say.
It was right after Doom. And he tried to team with Ron Simmons at Super Bowl 1991. Why you bullshit?
Simmons.
Yeah.
Well, he was the first black WWF champion, wasn't
Yes, he was.
he? That dude was in
And
shit.
your tag team partner
Right.
is just his name, Josh.
What's the name of that nigga that tag team with the Rock's dad? What's
Tony Alice. Tony Alice.
dude, that brick houses.
Oh, we gotta stay with Josh though.
Tony Allen still ain't out of shape. He about 90 years old, but he's out of shape though.
Yo, what if it's a last name like Anthony Joshua from boxing? He just fought Tyson Fury.
She get other friends.
The Josh fight is not a good idea. There's a lot of strong Joshes out there. So Josh Wayne. Now I get it. You want to be on social media as Josh Wayne? You can just put Josh Wayne 1. You don't have to get your ass whooped by every Josh who can hear your voice. Josh Wayne, sit your ass down. Now this one was an interesting one. And I think it's the last one. Because we in quarantine, I got to watch the shows with the kids and the wife. I always have an affinity for American Idol, personally. Mainly because...
Last time I saw American
I
Idol,
love American
Ruben Studd
Idol.
was a winner.
Well, that's wild for you.
Yeah.
I've been peeking in lately because my girl Katie is a judge, so I gotta peek in.
You know that brought Paula back for a minute.
Don't give a shit. She's not Katy Perry.
She's not Katy Perry.
What could have been?
But
What could
Paula
have been?
was the
What
original.
Don't care. What could have been. I'm talking some personal shit. Was you there moving boxes at Media Play? No, you was not.
Oh, that experience.
Oh my God, I could have been Mr. Perry.
You would have changed your name? You would have changed your last name.
At the firework, I think I would have. At the firework, knowing.
Samuel Perry.
Yep.
No, that'll work, buddy.
Let me put it like this. I'm a millionaire for not doing a goddamn thing.
Samuel Perry.
Just applying dick to a multi-million superstar. What could have been? We would have who'd us that day. We would have applied for management, and I would have purposely not got it.
I'd have declined. You got it.
No, I would have been Mr. Barry. I would have been Mr. Barry. She kissed a girl.
She liked it.
Yes, she did. It's a good song. I mean, all of them good songs. This podcast would be so different right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
But I'm married for love.
I'm married for love.
That has absolutely nothing to do.
Jack shit. Jack and shit.
The only thing that has something to do with our next Sit Your Ass Down is that he is on American Idol. That is all. And that goes to Caleb Kennedy. Caleb Kennedy.
Married for love.
Oh, he risked it all. Yes, he did. Caleb Kennedy risked it all and came up short. The reason he came up short is because he was an American Idolist. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. He was an American Idol top 5 finalist.
Oh, okay.
And then a video surfaced of him, posed by one of his close family members, of him wearing what appears to be a Ku Klux Klan hood.
Congratulations. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
A representation for the show confirmed the post that Kennedy will no longer be moving forward in this competition.
They kicked him out?
Yes, you know what? They did.
They kicked him out.
The singer, 16 years old, posted a statement on his departure on Instagram last Wednesday saying his mama did it first, and that did not make it better.
His mama
Posted a statement, and that didn't make it better. The mama said, this video was taken of Kennedy when he was 12, and it was inspired by a movie he watched.
Inspired by a movie he watched.
Like I said, it didn't make it better.
Roots, the Ku Klux Klan.
On Tuesday, Caleb himself posted an upbeat message on Instagram thanking his fans for his support, saying, hey, thank you for being with me. Quote, hey guys, I'm happy to have y'all on this journey with me through the American Idol. End quote. I'm really, quote again, I guess. Also happy to be working on the studio and new songs. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me during this time. End quote. So, here's the problem with Kennedy. He knows his family has a bit of a issue, and we'll leave it at that. The problem is, when you're on that stage, you can't let just random cousins post pictures of you without accepting the consequences.
That's true.
So, Caleb, we don't discriminate here. Please sit your ass down.
He ain't know it was gonna come back and haunt him.
Not like that. He's 16. He got a lot of room to grow. So,
Can he really sing though?
oh, he's pretty good. It just everybody got a family who go pull him down off some bullshit. So, we're gonna end this today. I want to say